I'm Mark Callan, Mr. Saltwater Tank, coming to you on behalf of SaltwaterAquarium.com. Once I've got fish in my saltwater tank, the next thing I add is a cleanup crew. Now, a cleanup crew is a mix of invertebrates whose job is to run around and help make your tank look great. They're not going to clean your protein skimmer and they're not going to change your filter socks, but they will eat detritus, hair algae, leftover fish food, fish waste, and occasionally help clean up a dead fish. Now, they're not going to eat a live fish, don't fall into that trap. A healthy fish can easily get away from any member of a cleanup crew, but they are going to be there working 24/7 to help make the Red Sea Max look great. Common mistake I see saltwater aquarium hobbyists make in regards to cleanup crew is that they add too much of a cleanup crew. This is especially a problem when your tank is new. There's not a lot of fish in here, there's not a lot of fish food and fish waste. Therefore, if you put in too big of a cleanup crew, the cleanup crew is either going to starve to death or they're going to cannibalize each other because there's not enough food to eat. When it's time to build a cleanup crew, I choose some crabs, snails, starfish, shrimp, and sea urchins. However, I'm specific about which ones I choose. Crabs. I have no problem putting certain types of crabs in a reef tank. Hermit crabs and emerald crabs are on that list. I like a mix of large and small hermit crabs, as the big guys can't get into the nooks and crannies that the small ones can. I don't have a problem with arrow crabs, although I rarely use them. Emerald crabs are also fine by me. Occasionally you'll get an emerald crab that goes rogue, and if you do, you can simply remove it from your tank. Snails. NASSARIUS snails, Australia snails, Mexican turbo snails, all good candidates for your tank. Note that I only use Mexican turbos when I'm dealing with an algae outbreak. These guys are voracious eaters, and if you don't have enough algae to keep them fed, they'll quickly die. Starfish. Always a crowd pleaser, and several types are quite hardy. The brittle and serpent sea stars are always on my list. These guys can live a long time, and it's fun to watch them stick out their arms in search of foods when you feed your fish. They're also active at night, which is great for those late night tank encounters. While the Linkia stars are pretty, I've never had success with them and I always avoid them. I also avoid sand sifting stars as they will quickly run out of food. Shrimp. Always a crowd pleaser, and they're always ready to clean up whatever they run across. Just don't make the mistake of believing that your cleaner shrimp will keep your fish clear of ick or marine velvet. That's just plain bad information. I like peppermint shrimp, and if you use them, keep in mind they're very reclusive, so you won't see them during the day. That doesn't mean they're dead, they're just hiding. Banded coral shrimp are okay with me, although I rarely use them. And finally, sea urchins. Great algae eaters that are also crowd pleasers. Tuxedos and pincushions are great cleanup crew members. You can't go wrong with these guys. Note that if you want an urchin and you don't have a lot of algae in your tank, you can feed them bits of sheet algae, which is also known as nori. Pro tip: all the animals I've talked about on this show won't eat a healthy fish. If you find one of these guys eating a fish, that's because the fish was dead or dying. Don't be the person claiming their cleanup crew member ate their gem tank. Not going to happen with a healthy fish. Remember, I recommend to start slow on your cleanup crew, so here's what I'm starting with on the Red Sea Reboot. 20 NASSARIUS snails, 10 Australia snails, 20 hermit crabs of mixed sizes, and 1 serpent sea star. Once the Red Sea Reboot is fully stocked with fish, my cleanup crew is going to look like this. 40 NASSARIUS snails, 30 hermit crabs, 20 Australia snails, 1 serpent sea star, 1 tuxedo or pincushion urchin. Note that over time you're going to need to refresh your cleanup crew members, especially snails and hermits. Those guys don't live forever. Starfish and sea urchins can usually live for quite a while. There you have it. There's a cleanup crew for the Red Sea Reboot tank. As we add more fish, we'll add more cleanup crew, but for now, that starter cleanup crew is going to be great for us. I'm Mark Callan, Mr. Saltwater Tank, coming to you on behalf of SaltwaterAquarium.com. I'll catch you in the next episode.